Hello everyone, we are back with another episode.
That's right. Next come the heavy artillery, presidential more like Michelle, not Hillary, feel me?
Hello everyone. Guys, I am just now starting to get better. I know that I've been not going on and on. I've been going on and on about the cold, but I know last time I filmed I still had the same cold, but I'm getting better. So last time I filmed, I felt the same way that I feel right now, and it gradually got worse. Now it's gradually getting better. But as you can see, I have my pink on. I did like a little fake tattoo for this Galentine's party I'm about to go to. Everyone's like, a Galentine's party after Valentine's Day? And I'm just like, we're girls. We're just girls. We're trying to just figure it out, guys, okay? But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the most fun. And I have a bunch of these face tattoos to put on the girls. And we're just gonna have a ball. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have fun. We're expected to get snow tomorrow. So guys, just fingers crossed that it's not too bad. We've really had a brutal winter so far. So I am just looking for the snow to pass and for spring to roll in like a swan, beautifully, wonderfully. Because I am tired of the snow and the cold. I am tired of it. And this cold that I've had, it felt more like the flu, the way I've just had it for so long, and it's been taking me so long to recover. And I'm still a little congested and still have mucus, but I am getting better. I am pushing through, and I'm still here to deliver for you guys. So what I wanted to talk about today is, it's not where you're from, it's where you're going. Okay, so always remember that. So I'm pretty sure that everyone watching this has come from humble beginnings, places where they're like, oh, I'll never return there. But guys, just know that those environments and even the people and the interactions, the encounters that we've had, the trials and tribulations that we've been through have all shaped us to be who we are today. It helped us build character. You know, I know that that sounds kind of bad, but it is kind of true. It does help you build your character, and all in all, it helps you get to where you're ultimately supposed to be. You know, so I do feel like as far as where you come from, I don't come from the best neighborhood, you know. I just remember seeing fights every day where I'm from in junior high school. Like, yeah, there were fights in elementary school, but when I got to junior high school and then high school, well, first let me start off with junior high school. When I was in junior high school, there was a fight almost every day outside of the school. There were some fights on the school bus. There were fights every day. I remember my junior high school was right across the street from a McDonald's. Every day, kids would go across the street to the McDonald's to have their fights and just fight. It's like, I had to see this all the time, guys, all the time. Okay, this was all the time. This is not like, oh, you see one fight. This is like, no, I gotta see this shit every day, and it ain't going nowhere. And then eventually, guess what happens? You know, we all become a product of our environment. I get into a fight. I get into my first fight with this little Indian girl who just kept bothering me. She kept bothering me, kept bothering me. And then one day I just snapped. Okay, so we had our fight in the classroom. My parents did take me out of that school, and I went to a school that was a little closer to where we lived, that was still in like our zone. And that school, I must say, it was a lot better. I mean, it still had like its ups and downs, but it was a lot better. And I ended up becoming friends with some people there that I still speak to today. And I just feel like that is a beautiful thing. And I still speak to a lot of the people from elementary school today. I'm not going to say that we're the best of friends. There's only one girl that I'm still friends with from when I was 7 years old. And a lot of friendships don't last that long. I say now today that if I had any friendship for over 10 years, you're probably here to stay, So just coming from that environment, it's just like, all right, you don't want to stay here. You don't want to stay in this type of space. You don't want to stay in this type of environment with these types of kids and these types of people. Because, these troubled kids grow up to be troubled adults, and you just want to get out of there. So I do know that when I turned 14, I did move in with my grandparents. And, everyone loves to live with their grandparents. Stuff was a little less chaotic in the household, and that is coincidentally around the time that I started high school. And high school was crazy. I just felt like if I was staying with my parents and going to the high school I was going to at that time, it just would have been madness. It would have been chaos. And I'm glad that I kind of had that balance. And then it's like once I graduated high school, I was good. But rewinding a little bit back to when I was in high school, that school had metal detectors. There were fights in that school damn near every day. And just people that you meet that is just like, okay, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to look like you. I don't want to talk like you. I don't want to be your friend. You look like trouble. Like, it was just, that really taught you to be on your P's and Q's. Have your head on a swivel, period. Okay? So, and then I just feel like after that, you get into the real world. Like, I've had numbers of different jobs. Like, I want to say that started from high school. Like, I had my first summer youth job in high school, and then I had little jobs here and there. And then when I graduated high school, I want to say, like, my first, well, I actually had jobs that weren't through summer youth that I would consider those real jobs. And I always wanted my own money. I wanted to be able to buy my own things, even though I was getting a lot of things from my grandparents and occasionally from my parents. It's like you want to just be able to do things when you want, period, no matter what. Like, you don't want to have to wait on anyone. So I'm like, you know what? In addition to what I'm getting, I want my own money. So I had jobs at like City Jeans, Filene's Basement, and then eventually Home Depot was one of my first jobs that I kept for like 2 years. I want to say as a teenager going into like a young adult, where I met like my first real boyfriend that I lived with and had like a relationship with. Like, I had a relationship prior to that, but I want to say that was more so of like kind of a kiddie relationship. And then coming out of that, that's when I was in like my only adult relationship that lasted like ultimately like 8-9 years. So, and I just want to say between like all those years and all of that time, things were like really tumultuous. I had some beautiful moments as well. I'm not going to say everything was hard, but all of that shaped me to just know who I am and what I want to do, who I want to be. Nobody can tell me who I am. I just feel so confident and comfortable, and I'm going to always try to do my best regardless of the situation, regardless of what I'm doing, who's trying to get in my way, and always shoot for the stars. Like, just remember, no matter what you've been through, there's always somebody that's been through something worse than you. Your situation is not going to be the worst situation that's ever heard of. And just always know it's always about where you're going. Whatever starts in your head can brew into something in real life. So always try to keep your thoughts positive. Guys, I just feel like I have came a long way. I wanted to spread this positive word today because there are a lot of people that feel like they just hit a dead end, and a lot of the times it's because of where they came from. They feel like there's no way out, but you can make a way out. And the way to do that is it all starts in your mind. It all starts with the thought. Change your perspective, okay? And always just try to be positive and stay strong. You have to have tough skin in this world. This is not easy. Nobody ever said it would be easy, but it's going to be worth it. So Stay steadfast. Keep your eye on the prize. Tunnel vision. Stay focused. Guys, I'm about to head out and have myself a good, decent night. You know, I've been in the house for quite some time. My voice is kind of still a little shaky, in and out, but I'm going to try to enjoy myself for a few hours, come right back home, get some sleep, and I will talk to you guys next week. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will speak to you guys soon. Peace out.